All right, welcome back to another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Pin High Media. This week, we're going to talk about the sexiest man in golf's win down at the AT&T Byron Nelson at TPC Craig Ranch. I was there, so we can get into that a little bit, and then we can move into Major Championship week. It's the PGA Championship down at Southern Hills, and we're going to talk about some tips to attending a golf tournament, attending a major. And we're obviously going to get into some betting picks. So let's get into it.
This is Jordan Spieth here, and
this is the Pin High Podcast.
All right, let's get inside the ropes to start the week. Let's start with some Byron Nelson talk. I mean, I was there, but at the same time, I was only there on the 17th hole. I couldn't tell you what the rest of the course looks like. I saw the 18th hole and I saw the 17th hole. 17th hole was pretty cool. They had like a stadium style par 3. They were trying to get it rowdy like the 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale. Didn't really work until Sunday. People started to wave. It was kind of cool. But overall, I mean, it was 100 degrees every day.
Oh my gosh.
People were scoring. I bet players hated it, to be honest, because it's just hot and you have to shoot like 8 under, like at least one of your rounds
to have a chance.
Probably multiple rounds to even
have Xander
shot. Multiple rounds. Yeah.
So Xander went like 11 under and 7 under in the weekend and still lost by 4, 3.
Yeah,
2.
So it's
you didn't miss much.
Tournament.
You didn't miss much sitting on 17. The course is not interesting at all. Like it's just one of those very normal laid out courses, and the guys just destroy it. And I wish they didn't play this tournament there. And a lot of people.
I was quite content. So they have there's 4 more years on the deal with TPC Craig Ranch. So
yeah, I know. So that's gonna be tough. KH Lee gonna win another 4 years in a row. So
he'll have 6 tour wins by the end of it.
Yes,
they got 4 more years there. I can't imagine. I mean, it was a popular tournament. Like Dallas people really showed out, but
that's why it's there.
But there's got to be a different course around there that they can go to.
I guess just not one that could have all the stands. I guess is what.
Yeah, exactly. Saying. So there's TPC Las Colinas hosted it before, and that was kind of an issue, just kind of like a small venue for fans wise. So not as much space to build. So it's just how can Dallas not have a good golf event, a good golf venue?
I don't know.
Well, they have a million, they have so many other courses there. I think they were trying to, I think I heard Trinity Forest they were at a couple of years ago, and then it just ended up sponsors and land available. They went here, and it's 2 years in a row where 25 under par, same guy, under 25 under par, and they're
people.
It's
between 2 years for winners.
Yeah, it's I don't mind seeing players go super low if it's interesting, but it's just wasn't. They were making eagles every hole it seemed and drivable par 4, everyone seemed to drive, and there's everyone 18 was basically going for it every day. It just seemed there wasn't really. It was just all right, well, just here's the hole, hit in the fairway, and then you go for the green. There's no really penalty, and then you even if you block it way right, people are pointing way right on holes, and they're disgusted, and they're perfectly fine with no penalty at all.
There's nothing even over there.
No,
it's right for sure, but
it's still a clear shot.
And we had an interesting leaderboard for the most part, but
there was
one point in the week, I think Thursday or Friday, where the leaderboard was whoa, these I don't know half of these guys, and I follow golf, so
it ended up a really good leaderboard. I just not a great finish. Kyung Hoon Lee, I mean, I know he likes his we like him in the media because he says he wants to be the sexiest player in golf. It's funny, blah blah blah. But like, when you got Kyung Hoon Lee and Sebastian Munoz kind of leading the charge, other than Jordan and kind of JT, kind of Xander down the stretch, it just doesn't really do it. And I was quite content to just be sitting in the suite drinking transfusions all day.
Yeah, sounds like a good time. I feel like that's enough of
I
the
kind of
AT&T.
revolutionized the transfusion. Instead of, by the way, Owens Mixer's transfusions,
Yeah, they're not good.
trash.
Really,
Very
I've never tried them. I haven't had transfusions in a long time, but I've never tried those before.
Might as well make your
So
own. Yeah,
I did it with the first one. I was like, oh, this is just like tastes like not. It just wasn't good. And it wasn't the alcohol. It just didn't taste good. But so I got it. Tito's, ginger ale, cranberry juice, and lime. Served with 2 grapes inside.
That
Interesting.
sounds like a poor man's transfusion.
It's a better transfusion.
It looked good on your
Really?
snap. Like the coloring was right there. But
It 100%.
The coloring
so
was
much better.
Yeah.
as far as like canned transfusions, Link Strengths is actually not that bad. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
It doesn't quite. It's very clearly
It's not the
a
same thing as
transfusion.
like
it's like a seltzer transfusion almost.
Yeah, exactly. But still
Except
pretty solid.
it's a lot of alcohol. So
Yeah.
you have 2 of those and you'll
Shout out Link Strengths.
Yeah, shout out Link Strengths. But anything else about the Byron Nelson? What can I say about
I
Texas?
think we have a lot more planned for this episode. We can move
Yeah.
on.
Went to a Lee Bryce concert.
Nice.
Don't know who that is.
Big
Hook 'em.
Texas guy.
Hook 'em. There was a nice little. No, look, my coworker was like, "How much to go up to that guy in a cowboy hat, that 300-pound big country guy,
Horns down him.
and horns down him?" I was like, "No money." But yeah, there was a lot of shout outs
Your flag for
to
penalty.
America and how times have changed. Lee Bryce kind of alluded to having COVID in the when he was performing. I was like, all right, Texas, baby.
That's Texas, all right.
Barbecue's good. But other than that, nothing. It's hot and there's nothing there. So let's move on to the PGA Championship talk. So where do we want to start? Do we want to start with kind of, not the actual major talk or this actual major, but kind of, some tips for attending a major?
Yeah, sure. We've been to a couple majors. There's a lot of interesting things going on at a major,
Yeah, and I mean, as somebody who's worked all these PGA Tour events now, it's like I'm kind of spoiled in the fact that general admission, just I walking around all day in the heat, I couldn't do that. It's just I want to if I'm doing it, I want to find a hospitality space where I can watch something. But if you can't, there are some ways, in general admission that you can do it well.
Yeah, I mean, I think my first tip would be don't go on a Sunday your first go around at a major championship.
No,
Go on a Thursday,
I want a weekday.
even on a Wednesday practice round. I thought the practice round was better than going to the actual tournament at the PGA.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're not there to follow the golf tournament. You're there to experience it. If you go on a Thursday, that's fine, because you're not really. What are you going to be doing? But you're not really following the golf tournament when you're at the golf tournament.
Well, Thursday is perfect just because there's no real leader. You're kind of just you can follow, you can go follow the guys, everyone's in the course. You can go follow the guy, especially at a major, the guy that you like. If we were at Bethpage, we saw Tiger, we saw Jordan. I'm pretty sure I think we saw majority of people we wanted to see. And we're okay, if we see these people, we're happy.
Yeah, I mean, so as far as that, tip number 2 don't say like, oh, I'm gonna follow Tiger the entire day, or I'm gonna follow
No,
Jordan
no.
the entire day. The best way to
gotta-
follow Tiger or to get Tiger is start on 3, go to 3, and when he comes around 3, you see Tiger.
yeah.
Then go to 6. When he comes to 6, you got Tiger.
The best way to
Um,
see Tiger to that point is to post up on a hole where
Exactly.
you can, because there are especially at majors, there are public grandstands where you could probably find some shade, and if you can't find some shade, you can at least like find a good spot to drink and hang out at like a kind of like at a high top and watch like over a green.
Yeah.
And you get there and you watch other people, and eventually Tiger Woods will come through. In the process, you get to see a bunch of other people.
a bunch of holes.
And usually when Tiger comes through, he's in a really good group, and usually around that group, there's a few other very good groups like a Rory or a Jordan or something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and there's just a mob
Especially during the
around
weekend.
Tiger.
Yeah. And then once those really good groups go through, then you can catch them on the back nine. Like on like
I mean, another thing
15.
I like to do at these majors is before those groups tee off, because they usually tee off like in the afternoon for the most part. Go find a golfer that you like. We like Corey Connors a lot. When we were at the PGA, we found Cameron Champ. I think there was like 5 people in Cameron Champ's group, which is kind of insane because Cameron Champ is like a legit golfer. Find a guy like that, follow him around for a couple holes, and then find another group.
Yeah, another like kind of adding off that, like do something like that, like walk around the course, get your steps in, like get your lay of the land in the morning when it's not hot and when it's still cool outside.
Then find a spot and post
the morning. And go in the morning, first of all. Don't show up in the afternoon. And then by the afternoon, you can kind of, you can go to the merch shop. You can check out a hospitality space that's, whether it's something that you bought tickets for, something you got invited for, or a public one, because they have those at like every single one. They have like a big.
But we said I want the at Bethpage is the real big one off of one fairway.
Yeah, exactly. So they have stuff like that, and go there. And in the afternoon, when it gets real hot, go there, and drink and
watch TV.
Watch it on TV a little bit. Take a break
when you're getting lunch and
food.
stuff. Yeah.
It's not like you don't have to be outside the whole day. It's a long day. It's like a 8:30 to 5 o'clock day.
I mean, yeah, if you want to go like even further, like plan it out before you even get there. Like look at the tee sheet, see who's gonna be teeing off, and say like, I want to see this guy. I got to be there at this time.
Look at the course map.
Look at the course map. Definitely see where you're gonna go. And if you plan, and then you say 1 o'clock we're gonna get lunch, and then we're gonna go chill here. You do that. So I mean, like during the morning, it's a good time to scout out a spot to find.
Pick a specific. If you really want to camp out in a hole, pick a specific hole and say, all right, I'm gonna be here for a little bit. Like maybe it's
find
like
a fun one too.
Yeah, like a par 5 or a short par 4 would be awesome.
Yeah, and the overarching, theme here is like, don't go in without a plan, because you will walk around aimlessly, not see as much golf as you want, and not see the golfers you want to watch.
And we definitely did that the first time we went. We didn't have a plan, and we were walking up and down the hills of Shinnecock all day.
And
that's why I did too.
Do that. I don't remember a singular shot from that day other than on.
The only ones I remember the ones I took videos of. Like that was it.
I also remember your video of like Bubba Watson.
Bubba like spinning it on uphill.
Yeah.
Honestly, what's really cool is go to the range. Watch them on the range, and they're like, I worked at the range at the PGA at Bethpage, and the range was awesome. Like watching them hit, like every shot is so pure and so perfect, and it's crazy how good they are. And you can see, I mean, Tiger might be lined up next to Phil, not this week, obviously, but he'll be next.
Tiger's on the range. You better get there early though, because he's gonna be mobbed at all.
That's probably like that's probably a spot close to where you enter, maybe.
Yeah,
and close to like a concession stand or like maybe the big team store. Like grab some merch, grab some food, grab a beer, and go just sit on the range and like watch guys. Like
I will say, if you're gonna get merch, do it on the way out, because you're gonna go into the merch store and you're gonna buy more stuff than you thought you were. And
although
that's just always how it is.
going off that, that's more, on if you're going on Saturday or Sunday, maybe go in the morning because stuff might be picked through on Saturday and Sunday, especially if you're not at a major. If you're at a major, you can pretty much go whenever because stuff won't be too picked through, but still might be on Saturday
Yeah,
and
but
Sunday.
you don't want to be carrying around
If
the
you are
like,
at a regular PGA Tour event, if you're at the Rocket Mortgage Classic, if you're at even the BMW Championship, like the merch store will be picked through and will be empty by Saturday and Sunday. So
yeah,
you
I
gotta
mean,
like
you definitely don't want to be carrying around the like giant painting that you bought because like you saw it and you just had to have it.
Those,
So
that won't be gone. That's not something that'll like go out of stock,
Mhm.
So
Right, those are some pretty good tips, I think.
my one last tip.
Yep.
My one last tip. Bring sunscreen.
Yeah.
You need
You
to
will
bring
be,
sunscreen.
if you're gonna think, even if you think you're gonna be inside a hospitality tent all day, like you're going
Can't
to
think you're
bring
tougher than
sunscreen.
the sun.
Yep. No,
I was in the shade.
no one is.
I still got color because like reflections and stuff.
Reflections.
No, like it's a thing.
I don't doubt it.
No, because like somebody was telling me that they were under like an umbrella at a pool. Somebody like in the suite, and like the reflection from the water, even though they were in the shade, still got them like really badly sunburned
That's crazy. That's
because
just
they didn't wear sunscreen. So I wear sunscreen. Just bring sunscreen. That's that's
God.
just
I can't wait till it's that hot down here. I think I went to the range today, and
you don't
I
want it to be
feel
100
sunburn on
degrees.
my back of my neck.
Yeah, too hot
And
is
it's May.
yeah.
Now, do we want to get into skins? PGA Championship this week, Southern Hills. Let's get to our course preview correspondent, as always, Gregory Catalano.
Yes, so I don't have that much on Southern Hills. I did look into it. It's a par 70. It's going to be playing 75-56, which is pretty long for a par 70. It's been a major venue before. A Tiger won the last time they played there. They did some renovations since then. 2018, they started renovations. They removed trees, added bunkers, restored the fairways.
The green is
roughs.
different now. The green, I think, is bent grass, and it used to be Bermuda. Am I right?
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
And there's only two par 5s since par 70. They're both 630 plus yards. Yeah, and it's going to play 300 yards longer than it did in 2007.
Did you say it's par 72?
Par 70.
70.
Par 70.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an interesting one. Crazy. Par 70, Silver Mine's a par 70. It's got
What's interesting?
like 3,000 yards on Silver Mine.
Yeah. Literally.
This is a
3,000
funny comparison.
no, 2,000.
Yeah, whatever. No,
2,000.
like barely. Yeah, 2,000.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of yards.
Yeah.
One thing I found interesting when I was doing my research and what I've heard a lot is there's not really the rough is not really a factor. It's you're especially around the greens, there's just a bunch of runoff areas, which is going to be awesome
Tight lies.
Yeah, tight lies, like false fronts. Like if you land in the wrong part of the green, it might roll off 30 yards off the green, roll into a bunker. Like it looks like it'll be a little bit windy. I thought it was going to be a lot worse or a lot crazier earlier in the week, maybe even last week, but it still looks like it's going to be pretty windy, no rain really at all, and hopefully nice and crispy. So that turns into
The green side bunkers are going to be a big factor, apparently.
yeah.
The rough is really, I think they were saying like the lies are very inconsistent. Like sometimes you come out and you're fine, but some lies it'll just be awful and it'll be.
I think those fine lies were even like sounds like the ball like just jumps when it goes into the club.
Tight lies. Yeah, and it's not really a course for bombers either. Like there is wider than average fairways, but like the bombers, if you get too close, chipping is tough at this golf course with those runoffs. Like you don't want to be too close. There's gonna be a lot of strategic shots, I think, played this week. And yeah, I think you would value that short game a lot this week.
I think it's a bomber's course, but like not like you have to be very
You have to be
like,
good at your short game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
even if it's
You have to be
like
complete.
even if you hit the ball far and like you're kind of wild, like you still have to be in the right spots, like on the
Right.
fairway. Like there's undulations, there's angles, like it's not just hit the ball down the middle of the fairway or hit the dump ball on the right side to avoid the creek. Like if the closer you are to the trouble, the better angle you have at the pin or the green,
The
which is
Bombers,
interesting.
the Bombers who, gain a ton of strokes off the tee this week and, are, some of the Bombers that are keeping it in the fairway this week are still going to have an upper hand on everybody in the field.
Absolutely.
Right, but it's like that every week, I feel like. And these holes are really long. Like I said, the 2 par 5s over 630 yards is crazy. Not going to be a lot of eagles from there. And then the par 3s are even long, and the par 3s, I think 3 of them will play over 200 this week. There's 2 par 4s listed over 500. Yeah, it's just it is a crazy week. Like par 70 golf courses, we don't see a lot of those on the PGA Tour, and this is a long one in a major.
It'll be. I cannot wait. It'll be compared to last week and compared to a lot of other courses on tour. This will be very, very, very different than what we saw last week.
Yeah, and you kind of love to see it. So
yeah,
Is there a
really
hole?
excited.
Is there a no hole in one odds? I can't see any.
No hole in one
there might
minus
be.
125.
Ooh. Shall
Wow,
we?
that's moved down a little bit over the last couple weeks.
I mean, if how long are the par 3s? They're all over
There's
20
three of them over 200.
and there's
I think there's
4 or 5
4
overall.
or 5. Yeah. I don't have here's the hole by hole. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So three out of the 4 are over 200.
All right. On that note, Trevor, how many units were you up or down last week? I was down 1.5 and Jake was down 0.9.
I was down 2.9.
Okay, so it'll go Jake, me, you for the order.
Wow, batting in the leadoff spot, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't been positive since the Masters, so we're back again for another major.
Just a reminder for everyone, this week, since it's a major week, we're not limited to our like 5 bets or whatever it is. You can just go buck wild on it. I didn't go that crazy.
I didn't go that crazy.
I think I
Not that
like
many
maybe
bets.
one more bet because I did like 3 winners and one was 0.5 and 2 were quarter unit, but like still you can get a little crazy with it.
Yeah.
And so what's the season standings at going into the second major of the year?
Looks like Pat is at, I don't know if you subtracted. How much were you down last week?
1.5.
So you are at
13.24.
13.24.
Okay.
Trev, how much were you down?
I already put it on there.
Oh, you put it on there, and I put mine on there. So Trev's minus 35.15, and I'm minus 11.52. So I'm catching up to Trev here. I've had a bunch of bad weeks in a row, just off of a bunch of even weeks in a row.
All I
Kind
need
of
is
steady in
one.
the 13 to 15 range.
Yeah,
All I need
I'm
is
streaky.
one winner.
You do
I
really
haven't had
need
a
one
winner yet. I'm
Neither
turning
have I.
into Xander Schauffele. I need a win.
Yeah,
Probably won't get it.
I've had a couple winners, I think.
Pat's had 2 or 3. Yeah,
Decky, Scotty.
I almost had Spieth last week too.
I've had a bunch of those like joint winners where I bet the 2 bets, like 2 to win. Yeah, and you don't get much value on those. Anyway, don't have any of those on my sheet this week, but I do have 3 winners. My first one, probably the popular pick, Jordan Spieth, plus 1800. I found him was the best odds. I'm gonna put half a unit to win 9 on that. I mean, he played really well last week. We were talking about how the fairways, like, you can miss them and you can still play pretty well at this golf course. And when I think about scrambling, I do think about Jordan Spieth, and scrambling is going to be pretty important this week.
Creative.
He's very creative. And I just think, with a week where there's not a whole lot of pressure hitting it off the tee. Yes, you have to hit it far, but no, you don't have to be in the fairway on every hole. I think Jordan Spieth is primed for this, and I'm going to pick him outright. Second,
he's also been great off the tee.
He has been
really
good off the
good.
tee recently, yeah, and his
Mhm.
approach game has been pretty solid. So
Very good. And he
playing really
finally had
well.
a strokes gain putting positive week last
Would
week.
love to see a Jordan
Yeah.
win. It just
Jordan
my
winning a
gosh.
major would be
That
very
would
nice.
make my week.
Now, then I'm gonna go not so hot take. Scotty Scheffler. I felt bad for not picking him last time, and I don't want to do that again. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, Scotty Scheffler should have known. So he's actually plus 1200, which is, you know, it is the tied favorite, I believe, but it's not the worst. He's not like under, you know, plus 1,000. He's not
Good
under
question.
201.
I didn't
Yes.
put him on my card, but I got him at 38 to 1 like 2 months ago or like 3 months ago.
You can't take that.
Cannot. Okay, so he's not going to be on my card at 12 to 1,
Yes.
but just
I would
letting
take
you
him at
guys
12 to
know.
1, half unit to 1.6. I just, you know,
38
again,
to
I
1.
didn't want to leave it all. We have it there and then, you know, or not have it there, and then he wins, and we're just like,
Hey,
should
I'm
have
rooting
known
for
all
you.
wrong.
I'm rooting for you to get
Because
that
you
one.
have that 38 to 1 card. And then I have one crazy one, Robert McIntyre. He's 210 to 1.25 units
Love
to
that
win
pick.
52 and a half.
Oh my God.
Love that pick.
Yeah, good player. I don't know if he'll win a major, but you know, had to put it out there. And
I could see
then
him winning the PGA Championship though. Like no other major.
yeah, he
but
does
PGA.
feel like a PGA Championship type of guy. That was kind of in my thinking.
That's
Mhm.
crazy. that he's
And
that-
you know, if the wind is up this week, the Scottish guys know how to play in the wind. So
yeah.
there's that. Next back, Rory McIlroy, top 20, minus 110, 1.1 to win one. I think Rory's gonna have a pretty good week. He's been playing pretty well. He's been trending up. Maybe he learned from the Masters. So
Mhm.
kind of have that there. I have a Hideki Matsuyama, also top 20, plus 145. I think this is great value. I have 0.9 to win 1.31. Again, he played really well last week. He's trending up. He fits this golf course really well. He has a good short game. Like it just
Great
kind of fits for
approach.
Matsuyama. I could see him winning another major. It's like kind of
Mhm.
crazy. And then this is where it gets a little off the rails. I guess I'll do this one first. Winner in the final pairing. I'm going to say no. The winner is not going to come from the final pairing. I'm going to go 0.75 to win 1.31. I feel like this is somebody's going to chase and get a win here. I don't know why.
The final
just feel
hole
it.
is really tough too. And 17 is a drivable par 4. It might be T might be up on Sunday.
Yeah,
which
I
would be
think
really
it'll be in the.
cool.
I think the winner will be in the second to last group. I think there'll be some
Yeah.
players jumbled
I hope
up there.
it definitely could be, and like we could definitely see the winner. I don't want to like if Jordan Spieth is coming to the final hole and he's up by one shot, like I can very well see him double bogeying or something like that.
Yeah,
just
I know.
losing the turn.
Yeah. So then I have two bets that get off the rails. These top 30, 40 parlays. So top 30 parlay, Rory, Henley, Fleetwood, Zalatoris plus 1852, half a unit on that. And then top 40 parlay, just three players, Lowry, Fitzpatrick, and Gooch. This is Gooch's home course, apparently. It's only plus 416, but three players finishing in the top 40. Like it could happen. I have half a unit to win 2.8 on that. So that runs out my card.
All right. So going second, I lied. I had Scotty Scheffler at 38 to 1 on my card, just because I was like, maybe they'll let me. But he is on my
No
card at
chance.
12.
If
so
you were down as much as Trev was down,
Hmm.
maybe we would have let you, but you
You can give
you
it to
have too much
me.
of a lead.
honor system,
Yeah.
maybe going forward, honor system. If you have it, you can show proof, but not this one.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Okay, whatever.
Mhm.
Scotty Scheffler 12 to 1, just quarter unit on it, 3 units. Just be nice.
Got to cover it. You just got to cover it.
Gotta cover my bases. Keegan,
I do
100 to
like
1.
Keegan,
100 to
PGA
1.
guy.
Quarter unit to win 25. Dustin Johnson. Who knows?
Yeah, I tried the little DJ magic last week. Didn't work for me. So
Who knows?
I'm
Quarter
not.
unit.
We're D's been real quiet, which is kind of could be
Yeah.
his week that no
you
one
know,
really
it would
expects from
happen. I would have
PJ.
picked him last week, and then he wins this week. That's
And
easily
then-
happens.
Here's a little wild card on you to finish out the winners. Matt Jones, 281. Quarter unit to win 70 units.
Yeah, brother of Trevor Jones.
Exactly. But yeah, he's like sick off the tee. He's 56 in strokes gained off the tee. Hits the ball really far. Not the most accurate driver, but like hits the ball far. And second in strokes gained around the green. So, you know,
That's interesting.
maybe another one of those guys where you're like, PGA champion, Matt Jones.
Matt Jones,
Matt
first round leader. Lock it in.
I don't mind that.
No, I don't mind that at all.
I don't mind that because maybe not a win.
Apparently, some first round leader advice. Apparently, the early wave is the better wave.
Okay.
Thursday.
Good to
Early
know.
late is better than late early.
And then Scory, top Canadian, -125, 1 unit on that. Sky Scheffler, top 10, +115, 1 unit on that. And here's where it gets a little off the rails. Scotty and Rahm, top 20.
Mm-hmm.
And Zalatoris and Berger, top 40. 1 unit to win 5.9.
Scotty and Rahm, top 20.
And Zalatoris and Berger, top 40.
How much is that?
It's plus
That's
500.
500. Yeah, 90.
That's pretty damn good though.
Yeah,
It is solid.
Yeah, that's
I
really
kind
but you
of
never know.
like those parlays. They like you if you put like 3
going back
players
to
in
last
them,
week,
it's like
I
not that hard.
was this close to hitting the one from last week if it wasn't for Joseph Bramlett going double bogey and then bogey on holes 10 and 11, just taking himself out of it.
Maybe
32.
Well, maybe if the death theme is pouring at Earth, you don't want Joseph Bramlett.
No, you don't.
Maybe not.
All my homies hate Joseph Bramlett.
Went from a favorite to an enemy real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And then last one on the card. It's a very similar one to last week, which that wasn't that outlandish. Like it almost hit. Robbie Mack.
Yep.
Gazoon tight.
Ooh.
Min Woo. And Matt Jones. Top 40.
Pay out how much?
Plus or 870 to 1.
Jesus.
Wow.
No, not 87 to 1. Sorry.
I have 870 to 1.
Math. Not a math major.
I could probably get like Trevor 870 to 1 to like win or something.
87 to 1. Imagine, wait. So 87 to 1 is one.
I bet myself.
To win 87.2. Imagine you literally do a 40 leg top 40 parlay.
You get all
top
40. You just get the top 40.
You get all top 40.
And on next week's episode of the Pin High Podcast.
And on next week's episode of the Pin High Podcast, we've decided to start our own media company because Patrick just won $5.3 million off a $1 bet.
Next week on the Pin High Podcast, we're teaming up with Jordan Spieth and AT&T.
Because we bought them out.
Yeah, we bought AT&T.
Yeah, Trevor's caddying for Jordan Spieth next week now.
Yeah, screw Greller. Get out of here.
Oh my god! I mean, I bet someone puts those out there now that they're available.
They're really. I mean, I forgot about them, so I don't have one on my card, but I like them a lot.
They got to max. They have to max out at some point. Like, there's got to be like a
probably not
max of 10 players or something. I don't know.
Probably not.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Trev.
Here's this is the week. I feel really good. I'll start with I have 4 winner plays, all half a unit. Jordan Spieth, 0.5 units to win 9. This just feels like it's going to happen. As we mentioned before, short game and creativity, hitting the ball well, finally putted well. I'll go Rory, 0.5 units. Again, just feels like he's kind of. I'm going off last thing I remember him was the shot at the Masters. Those last 9 holes kind of freed him up a little bit. So, and I'm hoping he gets back in the winner's circle. So hopefully this is a place to do that. Then I'm gonna go. My other 2 winners are Willie Z and Hideki, both great iron players. Kind of iffy on the putting, but what I've heard about the putting on bent grass is it's a little more forgiving, and it kind of narrows the gap between a great putter and a not as good putter. And if one of those guys is a good putting week, they could easily win. So I have those 4. Then I will go with Hideki, top Asian player, plus 165. I don't remember the other off the top of my head, but I think it's Siwoo Kim, and maybe
KHW coming off of a win.
I didn't see Sungjae in that list either, but I'm sure he's there. And then I will go with Brooks Koepka top 10. People are sleeping on him and forgetting about him. Plus 390 for top 10. He's like 40-1 to win this week, which is I think is very, very disrespectful to Brooks Koepka. And then I will go off the rails a little bit with those parlays. Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, and Cam Smith all top 10 plus 3,000, 0.5 units on that. And then any four of Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Cameron Smith, Xander, and Shane Lowry to finish top 20 plus 420, 1 unit on that.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're smiling over there.
Yeah.
So they cap it at 15.
That's what I was doing. I put him in. I put it
15
in.
legs.
Yes.
Okay.
If you do the top 15
This is the
players,
no, not top 15 in the tournament, but top 15. Like you can do 15 top 40 parlay, 14 leg. So Scotty, Rom, Matthew
Oh
Fitzpatrick,
my gosh.
Keegan, Cameron Young, Robert McIntyre, Davis Riley, Cameron Champ, Gazoon Tight, Aaron Wise, Maverick McNeely, Keith Mitchell, Patrick Reed, Sepp Straka, Rory McIlroy. 51,254 to 1.
put $1 on that.
I might.
Yeah, no,
So
if you just do that,
that's-
if you do the
Oh
top
my
15 in the
God.
field, it's like 150 to 1, I think.
So that's $20 wins. Oh, they don't let you make $1 million. $19 wins $973,836.80.
That is crazy. Imagine
Imagine.
they cap it out at 15. I wonder if you did. What happens if you do a 15 leg like top 20? Yeah,
We should do one of those a week. Just $1,
going in.
33 cents each.
Yeah, I'm down.
Unbelievable.
Some names to look at, just kind of outside. Webb Simpson is 250 to 1. That's kind of insane for
John Rahm.
former major winner.
Kind of a John Rahm course.
It is kind of a John Rahm course. Let's see.
and
I'm just looking down the list here.
people forgetting John Rahm too, and he literally
What do you
won his
guys
last start.
think of Cameron Young this week? He's kind of a hot commodity.
I like him a lot,
I like
but he
him.
was a very popular pick.
He's
I will say.
chalky.
Same with
That's-
Davis Riley and Young, like very similar popular picks these
Cameron
days.
Young's a little bit better than Davis Riley.
Yeah, I
though.
think so. But like just like in the golf world, like those are the two guys I feel like.
Yeah. Wonder if Kevin Kisner could win.
Is he long enough?
This it probably is not the worst place. There's probably worse places they could compete at, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like this compared to Aaron Hills, like he probably has a better chance competing here. Like I really think just it comes down to like if you're a great iron player, like I think Morikawa could play really well. No, we didn't mention him at all.
Yeah, Morikawa,
Yeah,
like
Morikawa will play well at every PGA. Like just any PGA
Yeah.
championship, he'll probably.
Like it's
Question
like it's
for ya.
basically just iron precision, and that's Morikawa's game.
who's the European tour player that like nobody really knows? Like I'm seeing like Ryan Fox on here. I know who it is, but like who's that guy? Like the Lorenzo Vera of this year, where you just like he's kind of like up there, and you're like,
I mean,
who is this
people
guy?
know this guy, but Sam Horsfield won his last
Yep.
start in Europe, playing pretty well over there. Like he might be that guy.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, won his last start.
There's some interesting
Okay.
guys on the list that are pretty high up there, and like just looking at our
Audrey,
pool.
Audrey
Yeah,
Arnaus.
like who is that? And he's ahead of Siwoo Kim in the world golf rankings or something.
Yeah,
Wow.
you
It's
could
kinda
move
wild.
up real quick with wins.
Yeah,
And like you could get into the top 50 on the European tour, like all of a
I'm
sudden. you know,
excited to
PGA
see what
Tour
Nikolai
status.
Højgaard does this week.
so am I. I hope he
He's a
plays
good
well.
player. Did he win the
Realistically,
British?
he
No.
probably won't. But
Yeah.
You hear about
So-
that one Swedish kid was like 14, made the cut.
Yeah,
on the Euro
the
Tour.
European Tour event, right?
Yeah, 14 years
Crazy.
old.
That's not like some mini tour. It's the European
European
Tour,
Tour.
yeah.
The DP
That's
World Tour.
crazy.
Like what?
Dude,
14.
perfect world tour. He's making the cut. Must have been a big Tupac fan growing up.
He bet you he has an offer from the OIV already.
You guys
Maybe
want
he
to do
does.
premonitions? Gee, you know premonitions.
Yeah, you go first. I gotta think of one.
Okay, I'll do a premonition for you.
What the hell is a premonition?
I'm gonna say HV3 hits a hole in one.
Okay.
Electric moment.
HV3.
That'd be
He's-
cool.
He's hugging Russell Henley on the tee.
I think he's in the same group as Ricky. Start out.
Okay, maybe he hugs Ricky. I don't know.
I guess I'll go. Taylor Gooch ends up in the final group, the final pairing. Maybe
Okay.
not the. He won't be the leader, but he'll be in the final pairing, and that'll be pretty cool at like his home course.
All right.
Was this
And
just
that'll
bold
be a
pre-
big
bold
storyline
prediction?
too that they'll talk about. Pretty much, yes.
Should do a hole in one draft.
I'm honestly was
Every
when
player.
let's get in the clubhouse. Let's do that. We each get 3.
Okay.
We each get 3.
No, 2,
Oh my
2.
gosh.
2. We each get 2.
Bold
What's your
prediction.
premonition, Trev.
Tiger Woods is top 20.
Okay.
Tiger looks good this.
Does he do something cool? Like, what's his cool highlight of the week? Is he like?
I think on Saturday afternoon he plays really well on Saturday. Like he gets kind of like he makes the cut. He's like kind of lingering around. Then he plays really well on Saturday. Maybe makes an eagle or like not an eagle, like a big couple birdies in a row in the back 9 on Saturday, and he kind of like people are Sunday morning. People are starting to feel the buzz.
Tiger on
That's
one
all I
of
wanna
those
see.
630-yard par 5s. He'll get home in 2 on one of those.
I'm seeing like I'm seeing a Tiger 2-iron in the bag this week. Might be in play.
I heard it is in the bag.
Tiger stinger followed by a Tiger like big hook into a par 4 on a big hole to finish out his round.
I can't. That would be awesome. I'm just so excited to see the golf this week.
Yeah. All right, that was premonitions.
Let's do a hole in one draft.
If you guys like that, if the fans like that, we'll keep doing them. I like
Yeah.
premonitions. That's my favorite part of Talking Yanks. Shout out to John Boy and Jake talking.
Yep.
Jake Story Alley. Let's get into the clubhouse. So we're finishing off with a hole in one draft. Shout out to Talking Yanks for their homer draft. We each get 1. So to go based off the same thing as skins, it'll go Jeek, me, Trev, and then again snake around Trev.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
Hole in one draft. And what happens if we win pick the person who hits hole in one?
Plus 5 units.
5 units.
5? Only 5?
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
like
yeah.
come on, you
Give
don't
me a
want that to,
boost.
like, not all of us are down at 35 and down for 35 units and begging for something.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's do this. I'll start it off. I think home ones come from like random players. So my first player, Troy Merritt, off the board. Home
Okay.
one.
Good pick.
I'm going
Like,
Charles.
dang,
Howell.
I was gonna pick
Is
him.
Charles Howell I think he is. I think I
I
saw
don't know.
him.
I haven't seen his name yet.
Yeah, Charles Howell is wait, no.
No, he's
Yeah,
not.
okay, Charles Howell. It's him. That's who I'm going with.
It's him.
Okay.
I'll go with Joel Damon. A little bit random,
Electric Joel Damon.
but that would be electric. It would be electric. Then this is tough. A lot of good value on the board here. I'll go with Cam Davis.
Okay.
Okay, can see it.
Australian, right?
Yes.
Yep. For my second one, I'm gonna go Garrick Higo.
Mm,
He was on my board. I didn't quite pick him, but he was on my board.
Goodbye.
Yeah, my second one. Give me Bern Wiesberger.
Saw that.
Bern
I like that.
Wiesberger. Yeah,
Mm.
he's only 80 to 1 to hit a hole in one. So I think everybody is.
Only 80 to 1.
It's either
Only.
80 or 100 to 1 for everybody in the field.
Yeah.
Which just shows you how random it is.
All right. So that was the hole in one draft. Hole
Wait, Ollie.
in one. It's the hole.
Yeah, we
We're-
gotta start doing that.
We're only doing 2. We're
kinda
not doing.
love
I thought we were doing 3.
No, we'll do 2.
Yeah.
2 every week.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Well,
major. Let's do 3.
Let's do 3. It's
Honorable
a major.
mention,
Let's do
okay.
3.
You
Okay.
get another.
Oh,
I got another.
special.
Yeah. Let's see here. Chad Ramey, hole in one.
Okay.
Ooh, I was looking at him. He has a
Um,
big hole in one energy.
give me Ryan Palmer to hit a hole in one.
Mm, like
Okay.
that one. I'll go with Chris Kirk.
Okay.
Ryan Palmer is only going to hit a hole in one if he's in a group with John Rahm. Just saying.
Why?
He wants to impress
That's his
future
partner. That's his.
Oh, right.
Really wants
Alright.
to impress his
That was
future
fun.
partner.
I'm looking forward to doing that in the weeks going forward.
Yeah. Remember your picks. I wrote mine down because
All
this is
right.
gonna be a
Oh,
tough
I
one
did
to
not write
remember.
mine down.
You already forgot them. Yeah.
Oh, I did
I
already
haven't.
forget them. Besides Chris
Um,
Kirk.
Okay. Actually, yeah, no, I need to write them down.
Well, last thing before we go, do you want to talk a little bit about Phil? And
Not
the
playing this
statement
week.
that
Yeah.
well,
No
the
comment.
statement wasn't even released from him. It was just released from the PGA of America. And then like at some point, I feel like we have to hear from Phil just about what's going on.
Or not. He just doesn't want. I don't know.
And we'll talk about the live stuff next week, maybe.
Yeah, we'll go into a deep dive on the live stuff either next week or the week after that.
Yeah, we got to get into that. And then it'll be right before we know it'll be the first live event, which may be the next time we see Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, maybe
That'd be kind of weird.
$25 million purse.
That's
Other than that,
crazy.
enjoy the PGA Championship. Wake up at 9:00. Watch the Rory, Tiger, and Spieth group at
Cannot
9:11.
wait. Is that going to be on ESPN Plus?
I'd have to imagine.
It better be.
And then we'll see you next week.